I've been following something that's been building for decades, and right now, February 17th, we're hitting what the architects of this system are calling an activation window. New moon, solar eclipse, fire horse new year. And within 3 days, Saturn conjuncts Neptune at 0 degrees Aries. If you're not into astrology, stay with me, because what matters is that people who've been building a parallel financial system for 50 years believe this is the moment. They're calling it the beginning of the Grand Ascension, the threshold of the Golden Age. And I'm going to show you exactly what they've built. So here's what they're calling the Global Redemption Initiative. This isn't some fringe theory. There are documents, treaty frameworks, and infrastructure that's been positioned over the past half-century. The 7th SEAL Temple Core team, working with what they call the Council of Nine and Chairman LWR, describes this as a reclamation process, not a stimulus, not a bailout, a restoration of liquidity that was structured decades ago under international agreements and held dormant until specific conditions were met. What's interesting is the timing. Right now, social media is flooded with fear, doom, gloom, revealing decades of behind-the-scenes manipulation. The guidance from the team? Take a break from the noise. Stay in your inner knowing. Imagine the world we've been creating. Because according to this framework, that's what's manifesting now. The spiritual plan becomes physical reality. Let me show you how this is structured. The original architects set a roadmap governed by treaty. The framework asserts that significant liquidity reserves, palletized cash reserves, were positioned and held in custody across multiple countries and jurisdictions. These weren't just stashed away randomly. They were structured within formal international agreements, intended to function as contingent liquidity instruments under predefined global monetary provisions. Here's the key. These reserves are governed by currency-controlled gold allocations and issuance quotas established through treaty resolutions. They can't be deployed arbitrarily. Activation requires mutual agreement among participating treaty authorities. The release is designed specifically to address global debt obligations or fund agreed-upon international development initiatives. It's not discretionary. It's governed by defined legal and intergovernmental processes. So, what are we actually talking about here? The reserves were originally issued as prepayments or advanced liquidity provisions, formally structured within the global financial architecture, but not fully integrated into the circulating money supply under prior monetary regimes. Their utilization was contingent upon treaty concurrence and fulfillment of agreed structural conditions. The trustees describe these as dormant, good faith transactions. They function as collateral-backed liquidity instruments designed to reinforce monetary stability, structured under the stewardship of designated custodial authorities. And here's where it gets interesting. We, meaning the global currency control, sit in the middle of all this with the keys to release, create, and govern the process. Central to this entire framework is the issuance or activation of an executive order. The model works like this. Repatriation of these liquidity reserves into the U.S. Treasury system would activate corresponding gold-backed collateral. The gold release would then anchor the sovereign financial platform. Activation occurs through executive order authority, formalizing the transition. Now, proponents are clear that this trigger point has been foretold in several ways, and there have been oppositional forces attempting to block it. But once activated, according to the framework, good faith transactions settle, gold collateral officially anchors the platform, and the broader redemption cycle begins. I should note, this framework reflects the position of its proponents and is not currently part of publicly confirmed United States Treasury operations. So what's the platform that's supposed to receive all this? The Gaia Global Treasury is described as a sovereign central banking architecture, technically prepared for activation. Let me break down what they've integrated. 11,000 metric tons of gold. Estimated valuation approximately $1.77 trillion. Genesis Digital Assets, BTC and ETH. Gold-backed tokenization mechanisms. Settlement rails through the Global Digital Commodity Exchange. And the 7th SEAL Bank structure as the new global digital bank. The blockchain they're using has the highest security protocols, utilizing zero-knowledge proof, ZKP. Gold-backed tokens have already been trading within private frameworks, building value in anticipation of broader activation. This isn't theoretical infrastructure. According to the team, it's live, it's tested, and it's waiting for the trigger. Parallel to the financial infrastructure, there's a technological rollout happening. SaintAgent.World is a super app in beta development. Planned modules include financial dashboards, sovereign identity systems, and an interactive broadcast feature for live engagement and updates. But it's designed to be more than an application. It's what they're calling an organizing intelligence layer for coordinated human action. Think about it. We're fragmented across dozens of disconnected platforms for communication, finance, collaboration, identity, and governance. SaintAgent.World consolidates essential functions into a unified, secure, and purpose-driven ecosystem. It's built to streamline execution, accelerate coordination, and enable individuals and teams to operate with clarity, transparency, and measurable impact. This dramatically reduces friction, increases accountability, and allows high-level initiatives to move from concept to implementation with speed and precision. Here's what makes SaintAgent.World different. It represents a shift from passive digital consumption to active, mission-driven participation. It empowers users not just to communicate, but to build. Not just to transact, but to steward. Not just to connect, but to collaborate around real-world outcomes. By combining secure infrastructure, governance transparency, and coordinated workflow systems, the platform becomes a backbone for initiatives that require trust, structure, and intelligent oversight. In an era of information overload and institutional instability, SaintAgent.World provides structure. In a landscape of scattered tools and diluted accountability, it provides coherence. The team describes the super app as the public-facing interface of the emerging ecosystem, including the platform for news and the Next Deep Disclosure podcast. At the heart of the platform is the Global Digital Commodity Exchange, GDCE. Unlike traditional exchanges that trade derivatives or abstract instruments detached from real assets, the GDCE is built around verifiable, asset-backed digital instruments. It creates a structured, transparent marketplace for commodities, infrastructure assets, and tangible value streams, with traceable ownership and programmable compliance built into the framework. And powering this system is the NEO NFT, a digital title token. This isn't a speculative collectible. It's a cryptographically secured representation of ownership of a physical object or asset, whether tied to land, infrastructure, equipment, precious metals, art, or industrial inventory. The token is designed to reflect real-world title status, custody, and transfer history. This model moves beyond hype-era NFTs into what can be described as tokenized stewardship. Ownership becomes traceable, transferable, auditable, secure, and linked to real-world custody. Through the GDCE, digital title tokens can be issued, verified, exchanged, or collateralized within a compliant framework. This creates a powerful convergence between physical asset markets and programmable digital infrastructure. It allows for fractionalization where appropriate, liquidity where needed, and clarity where opacity once dominated. The Seventh Seal Temple core team characterizes the global redemption not as a conventional stimulus event, but as a restoration of withheld liquidity structured decades ago. They view it as the formal closing of a prior monetary era and the initiation of a gold-anchored sovereign model. The team understands and guides all of this with the support of what they call the Galactics and Divine Council. As cosmic alignments converge and platform systems finalize integration, February 17th is being described by Saint-Germain as a symbolic ignition point. All is on track and proceeding smoothly for the 22nd. This is the truth of what is happening behind the scenes. Decades of planning and positive change are fully manifesting now. The guidance is clear. Share the good news. Be sure to sign up at saintagent.world. Join and share to your own social threads to help find the 144,000 who are here to uplift humanity. Whether you're watching this as an observer or a participant, what's unfolding represents one of the most significant structural transitions in modern financial history, and it's happening right now. So that's where we are. The convergence is here, the infrastructure is positioned, The trigger mechanisms are in place, and the timeline is active. I'll be following this closely and bringing you updates as this unfolds. If you want to stay informed, make sure you're subscribed. And if this resonates with you, share it. Because according to the architects of this system, we're not just watching history, we're participating in it. Final pause for emphasis.